Oh, am I so glad I've never had to deal with a chick's father. They usually ditch the family when their girls I know are like 5.
I thought you get to a certain age and you don't even, like...
I don't acknowledge it anymore?
I give my girl's mother no regard at all. Like
none.
Like if she didn't like me, I'd be like, really? Well, hey, things happen.
And that's a mother, you know? Like the mother sometimes is there, but you don't give a crap about her either.
Who cares? After you get a certain age, you're like...
Yeah, I'm too... And then it's awkward. But
in your situation, I know everybody's parents from now on are like, can I speak to you for a minute? My daughter.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you seeing this gentleman who...
You're this guy now.
Yeah.
That's what they call you when they have this meeting.
This guy.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Oh.
Anthony's this guy.
They just... That's why I try to find girls with little
no connection.
or no connection to their parents. The mother's okay because you could really kind of throw her around.
You just find a low self-esteem circle.
Yeah.
The mother's no good. The daughter's happy that
you don't need that.
The father has been gone for forever.
You don't need some father interrogating.
Being honest.
Need that? I got the father interrogation once when I was in high school, and I was just out of high school, but she was still in high school. She was like 16, and I guess I was 18 or some crap like that. And he goes to me, he goes, I was over the house, and he goes, let me drive you home. The father.
The father?
Like, yeah.
All
and
right.
he was one of these guys who worked for Caterpillar, the big machinery company.
Bill's motorcycle on the weekend.
Yeah, one of those guys, mustache, and just always had this scowl on his face. Maybe that's all I saw, because that's the face he made whenever I came over the house. Maybe he could have looked like the nicest guy every other time, and I'm like, yeah, he always seemed to have this scowl on his face. So he goes, yeah, let me drive you home. You know, and I was like, okay. I sat in the passenger seat of the van, and we go driving to my house. It wasn't that long a drive, but man, did he fit a lot of crap in there. You know, I remember when I was your age, and he didn't even try to cut corners or anything. I knew what girls were all about and what I wanted from them, and I don't want. So
what do you think I am? Like,
yeah,
not you.
Okay,
I'm trying to do that to your daughter.
And yeah, you're the sorry son of a bitch that had a daughter.
All of a sudden, I have to consider my morals, but you never did.
What did you
smash
do?
your daughter as soon as I turn your back.
Exactly.
And then just say sir at the end to make her feel better.
Yeah. How could a guy that was doing that during his youth give me any crap about it?
Well, you know, maybe he was a stiff during his youth. That's the thing. Don't you always assume that the girl's dad was a turd when he was growing up?
Yeah.
Wasn't a dirtball like you know what I mean? I don't mean turd like dirtball turd. I mean like
just
lame.
Kind of a lame. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Me. Yeah, some kind of a lame, just not fun.
I can't even imagine.
Stick in the mud.
I can't even imagine what that line of questioning would be for you now. Like, what's with this Brie Olson? And what
just write the parents a check. Listen, how much for this little delicious thing called your daughter?
How much for the girl?
Yeah, you gotta do a Blues Brothers. Oh, that's great.
For the little girl. Or Waterworld. All right, 45 minutes with the wee one. That's my offer now.
You got it.
Paper. 45 minutes with the wee one.
Oh, you're an Indian giver. You can't
You gotta go to parents. You gotta go to parents the way Puff Daddy had to go to Biggie's mom.
Right.
Like, Miss, your daughter has a gift. I really believe in her. I'm going to take her.
All due respect and...
just trust me, please.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and all that.
Oh, man.
But then they give you that speech, and then, he dropped me off, and I was the most, like, just wishy-washy, walk right over me piece of crap kid at that point.
Right.
So I was just like, yeah, okay. I sat there. My body language said, beat me up. Just verbally beat me. I sat with my hands clenched between my knees, my shoulders real tight into my head, and I couldn't even look him in the eye. And now I would just kind of sit there and go, you're joking, right?
Would you really do that?
I swear I'm so, you know why? I'm the most, like, jaded, sarcastic douche now that I don't even care. Like fathers now, the last girlfriend, her father, it was like, all right, shut up, you hippie.
You were probably older than him.
Yeah, exactly. Probably. What are you kidding?
You would look stupid pretending not to want to do what you want to do now.
Yeah, it would look stupid.
You're too grown of a man to pretend that I'm not going to try to sleep with your daughter if I'm with her. You know what I mean?
And they'd be too stupid to think I'm not trying to.
Exactly. So you go, look, I'm going to treat her nice.
Yeah.
I'm with her. She's with me. I'll treat her nice. Don't worry
Just
about it.
High school guy that's going to take a McDonald's and
what do I make this out to? Your company or personal?
What is this one?
Mr. Johnson? Or do I?
Of course, I will have to inform you this is taxable to you because I will need the deduction.
Make it out to cash it in the memo for your daughter.
I'm going to talk about this on the air, so it is a business expense. Your daughter is a business expense, like my computer equipment.
I want to get to the point where I can just sit a girl's dad down like I'm the wolf and just be like, Can you afford oak? Well, your Uncle Joey can. And just start peeling bills off.
Yeah. They're just happy you're treating it by a certain age, though. They're just happy if their daughter's happy.
I'd rather just not have to deal with
the parents.
I don't want to deal with it.
How can you say that?
The last girlfriend I had, Melinda.
Okay.
Her mother. I had to put a goddamn smile on my face every time just to be nice, for the girlfriend's sake.
Right.
Like, because we were together for quite a few years at that point, and I hated her. I hated her mother. I used to fantasize. We'd be out to, like, I don't know, the Cheesecake Factory or having lunch somewhere.
The big old Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah. Big old Cheesecake Factory.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Guess what this week is?
It's the Cheesecake Factory.
You rub your hands together. Usually it's Fridays. Last
week was
Chili's.
Last week was California Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah.
And now we're going to slide in.
And then I'd have to listen to some Mr. Haney money-making scheme that she'd have. Well, Anthony, if you think I'm looking into going into real estate. All right, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to take houses and I'm going to buy them.
I was watching this Chinese fella last night about 1 a.m. and he said I could flip my house.
That's what it is. He's talking about flipping houses. I'll flip you. So I'd be watching her like eat, and I'd actually have a fantasy that would go through my head, and I'm not even kidding about this. I'd be like, I have the power right now. The physical power, no one could stop me, to lean over and right hand cross this bitch right in the mouth.
Right.
Just to see that surprised look like, oh my God, this guy just punched me. And like, I know her jaw would snap like to the side and she'd go, ah, and fall off the chair. And I just would fantasize about punching her in the face.
And just
I hated her.
All of her real estate dreams would just
all
be
those
shattered.
Dreams, the image of my check being written over to her. I bought that bitch a mouthful of teeth.
I wanted to knock him out in the cheesecake.
And then I wanted to knock him out in the Cheesecake Factory. Her teeth were so, like, I couldn't even. If she ever came to New York, it was like, oh, I'd like to, meet your mother and Sal and stuff, and my mother and Sal aren't the queen and knight in shining armor or anything, but, I couldn't bring this woman around with these friggin' black crayons as teeth.
Were they rotted?
Whichever ones were left. They were like friggin' like a hick. Like some kind of hillbilly choppers.
How much they cost?
So I go, you know something? I go, if your mom's going to be around, I go, maybe... And then this was it.
Oh, you said this to your girl.
Yeah,
like your mom's teeth is foul.
Yeah. I said, let's look into seeing what it would take. That's how it started. We'll look into seeing what it would take to get her some choppers.
To valse her up.
Next thing I know, she's already at the dentist, and I'm getting bills sent to me.
So who was you mad at? Was you mad at your girl?
I was mad at everybody. I was mad at the dentist.
But whose responsibility?
If it should have been me to say, what the hell's going on? But
so you could have not paid that bill.
Yeah.
So who'd you curse out though?
I cursed out
Like if I said to my girl, check on your mother, you know, her feet are all weird. There's some special shoes, and my girl said, my girl just got her mother her special shoes, and then I got a bill.
Yeah.
I wouldn't curse her mom's out. It's not a mom's.
No, I was mad at the mother because I knew she was always like this. The second you make an inkling
just
that you might do something for her,
she's just a moocher.
She would just mooch. Yeah,
she's a schemer.
Yeah.
How many of these little money-making scams did she used to come up with?
Dude, I heard stories about her past history with men and ex-boyfriends and stuff, and every one of them had seemed to gotten just screwed over by her. She was living in a house that a guy used to own. Somehow he lost the house, she got it. They weren't even married. Like off of some kind of weird, like, friggin' carbon copy of a mortgage thing. And she ends up going, well, goodbye, boom, shuts the door, it's my house now. I'm like, and I'm, you know, I gotta watch my ass. You know, I gotta watch my ass.
What did the teeth end up?
Her daughter.
What did the teeth end up running you? I'm curious to know.
The teeth over the course of the, I think, 8 months or so that it was going over was probably close to $20,000.
Oh my God! Of a mouth.
And then all I wanted to do was knock them right out of her face.
Did they affect her breath at all? The teeth being bad, or you didn't notice?
I never got that close.
What did mother look like? I mean, other than the teeth.
Let me think. Something from Lord of the Rings, and not one of the people. It was like some kind of a troll.
Jesus.
Looks like a troll, kind of a body that you can't really get a grasp. I think she had scoliosis.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was kind of bent up.
I thought I was a bridge burner.
Yeah.
Do you have a good relationship with any ex-girlfriends? Is there any that you still like go, hey, is all your relationships in just a tower inferno?
It is literally the last one, yes, ended in fire.
Well, we know that one, but it's like, do you have any that you still go, hey, what's up? You know, or they call you and go, I miss you or something, anything?
No, there is occasional communication with Melinda, text-wise and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
It's like kind of do you still have that table in the garage kind of a thing? And I'll be like...
It's cordial now?
Yeah. There's no reason to be, you know.
Listen, did you see your face? I know we're on radio, but he looked like as if, there's no reason.
No, it wasn't her.
You just said her mother had garbage mouth.
Hated her mother. She knew I hated her mother.
But you don't hate Melinda anymore.
No, I never did hate her. She was never like one of these vindictive bitches like I had gone out with every other time in my life, where they all ended up with them just being pieces of crap.
Which girl was... Because I'm new.
Yeah.
Which girl was Melinda? Was that the last girl you dated?
That was the one I was with for like 7-8 years. No, the last one was the stupid traffic girl from 10-11. That one didn't work out very well either. That one ended with the blonde girl inside her clothes being burnt in a fire pit.
I like how there's
that's the one.
That's girl in the closet, girl.
Zero anonymity either.
Because I thought at least so early. Because she's scared to be by herself.
No, she's not scared to be by herself.
She doesn't know what old weather broad was going to come in and try to shoot her in the face.
She knows how to cock a shotgun.
Do you leave this one in the house by herself?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You are a trusting ass. You really
gonna do anything. What's she gonna do?
She's gonna go through your stuff.
Do you move your
nothing?
When I'm dating a girl, I actually take my cash. If she sees where my cash is, I'll actually put it in another drawer because I'm afraid that she's gonna start stealing my cash.
You know what you got to do? See, that's stupid. Here's what you do. You take your bulk of your cash that you have around your house, and I have a little safe. So I put it in the safe. And then you leave some out, but you know exactly how much and where it is. And if that's gone, then so is the bitch.
Yeah, but you know what I always did? I used to leave stuff hoping that they would steal it so that I would never have to be really committed to them. I can always keep them.
You got that over their heads?
As a side broad, because she's a thief.
A thief. I
left stuff around to steal.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
I agree, Patrice. That's an excellent tactic. Just let her hang herself.
Yeah, just so if she's like, where's this going? It's going the same place as my watch you stole last week.
It's going nowhere.
That you stole for your pimp. That's what I get for making a prostitute my girlfriend.
You know what's hilarious? I had a buddy over at the house one night with my ex-girlfriend. It was the three of us. and we were all really drunk. And he stole a candle out of my house just to see if he could do it, right? So the candle was gone, and I accused my girlfriend of stealing it because it couldn't even fathom that my friend would have done it as a goof. And I called her. I was like, "Did you steal that candle that you really like?" She's like, "Why would you accuse me of that? I don't understand."
I was like, "Dirty candle thief, whore."
Yeah. We know how you would have got it out of the house. Where you would have put it? There could have been 2 stolen at once.
You're so big. Oh my God.
Well, a candle seems like something that's so like cheesy. That would almost be like you could almost rationalize that like she wants something to remember you by and look at at night.
She would talk about this candle like it was a gold brick or something. She'd be like, you know, these candles cost $30, and oh my God. And she would light it every time she was over. So when it disappeared, I was like, this chick.
You never thought of saying,
stole
hey,
the candle.
Why don't you take the candle?
No, I wanted it.
You wanted to take it. That would have made some points, though. It's like, how you take it?
I gave enough points in that relationship. Bought enough milkshakes with 2 straws in them to carry me. Yeah, I didn't need, I don't know, you know. The amount of stuff I've given away to women. Do you ever do that where, you know, you're dating a girl, you'll like buy a DVD. She'll be like, I love this movie. Like, I'll buy it. Like I bought Christmas Vacation so we could watch that at Christmas. Yeah. And then after we watched it, I'm like, just take it. Go ahead. And that's the stuff that hurts the most after when you're like, I gave her my stuff. I gave her stuff that was mine.
You
like because I was weak. Because I was a weak. It just drives me crazy.
I gave like some girl got my I had a little video camera before the flip cams came out and stuff that we got now.
Right.
I had a little video camera with a flip out screen and everything. It was pretty small, but I was taking video with it, and some girl that I was with was like, "Oh wow, that's really nice. Let me see." So she's taking video, and then I was just like, "You want it?" Just like weak. Will this like help me? You like me more?
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I know. Ew.
I gave her.
You want it? Oh yeah, thanks.
These 2 bitches. I hope you're not one too.
Nah, Jimmy's worse. Shut up.
I only said that with herpes.
Yeah.
I hope you want it.
You want it?
You got it.
You got it anyway. Take
You're the one. Sorry, I never walked down the street with a boombox playing Iron Man.
I'm not saying I wasn't a zero, but I'm a little, you know, now I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't do that like now. It was a while ago. Yeah, here's Jimmy walking down the street with a boombox playing this in front of this chick's house.
I was 15
I know, but you're still the same douche you were when you were 15 in some ways.
You didn't say anything with Iron Man?
He just thought
on the boombox
that she would see him walking by and think, wow, he's Iron Man.
What a hot
cool.
roar.
In your eyes.
With his not one tattoo. Because his skin disorder, so he couldn't have the needles going there without causing some problems.
Get an infection.
Some kind of staph infection, so he's like, all his tattoos were press on from the Cracker Jack Bronx Rise.
What happened with
this weak chest?
I never asked her. I asked her out once on the phone, and she said no. Actually, I asked her on the phone.
With a wife beater and the collar, and one side of it was hanging off his shoulder because it couldn't sit up on it.
Did she, when you asked her out, did she say, "Are you the psycho that walks up and down the street with Iron Man?"
She was very nice. She was like the hot chick, and I said, "You don't want to go out with me, do you?"
Oh.
And she was like, "No." Oh. And I tried to be funny, and I said, "Oh, that's the way the cookie bounces."
Oh,
I did.
Shut up.
Exactly. One of those moments.
Oh.
How embarrassing, man.
It's awful to tell it now.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Why are there things like that stick out from junior high and high school that you did to get girls that just, to this day, it's so embarrassing being shot down.
You just, because in high, you just don't have that depression blanket yet to go wrap your, like if I get shot down now, I'm like, who cares? Who needs you? You scuzz.
Yeah.
I'll go watch my plasma screen and order Chinese food. I don't need anybody. You know what I mean?
It is way before you learn that women aren't us.
Yeah.
And, the stuff you, like, that's why I think all romance that guys have is made up from what we think girls want, because I used to draw, like I said, I don't know if I said, but I used to draw, remember Rebus's? You don't know Rebus? Where if you said, I cherish you, I would draw it. You use pictures as the words. So,
oh no!
So
like
if I said I cherish, eyeball. I would say I would draw an eyeball, and then I would draw a chair plus the word ish. Or if I won't
it's
believe,
it's the name concentration. It's the name
concentration.
Wow. Concentration, right?
You should have drawn a little bit of condensation on the end of a blade of grass, and then shbag after it.
And it just would be the same reaction. Just look down and go,
And you thought you were being, thought you were being so like, what, endearing
creative.
To her?
This is another thing I know. I want to have money for the rest of my life because I don't want to have to be creative.
Yeah.
Only broke guys have to be creative. Hey, I'm gonna make you I'm gonna make you a card. It's gonna be I cut a lot of. I'm gonna make an origami swan with a nickel inside and an I heart you. Like I don't want to be creative no more.
I have to do that.
I want to go to Kay's Jeweler. I want my lower level creativity to be a Kay's Jeweler. Diane Ladd special design heart pendant for some idiot girl. But other than that, to create to pour my heart out to say this is how I feel about you. Phooey.
Oh, when you're broke, here's a moldy record I found at a flea market. It made me think of you.
It made me think of you.
It was 75 cents.
It's so special, though.
I remember you was telling me how much, for some reason, old rice made you feel good. So I found some old rice for you.
Just like,
Those moments are exposing. That's why they're embarrassing. They're like they're different than just like I asked a girl out and she told me to drop dead as an adult. When you're a kid, and you do something like that. It's like you're exposed. It's like this is who I am. Hi, and they're like. It's exposing on a weird level.
It's such a huge build-up to that asking point that when you're shot down, it's such a huge letdown. Like, you think for days and weeks on end, you're looking at the girl going, I got to get the right move. You're telling your friends, you're saying what's going to go on, and then all of a sudden you're just like, all right, I built up the nerve to do this, and then you get shot down, and all those weeks of work and hoping and fantasies just go down the crapper.
Because you have no concept of what it, like Patrice was saying, you have no concept of what it really is when you're a kid. You have this idealistic idea of romance.
Yeah.
I remember I had a friend, she was my best friend in high school, and I was in love with her. And in my head, I was like, well, we have to get married. She's my best girlfriend. This is meant to be. I wrote her a 2-page love letter. What a chump, dude.
No good could come of that.
I got out of work. I worked at this movie theater, and I called her, and I'm like, hey, I know it's late, but I have to see you right now. Can I come over? You know,
did you have the same size head in school?
Yeah.
Holy
Still my awful gawky body. My head hung 2 feet lower than my shoulders. And my slouch. And I drove to her house. All just the melodrama in the world, and gave her the letter and made her read it in front of me. And she read the whole thing, and she goes, I'm so touched by this. And this is... I feel closer than I've ever felt to anybody. And the but came, and she just let me down, and 2 weeks later, she started dating my best friend. And
just to rub it in.
It was the biggest...
I thought she was your best friend, stupid.
My best guy friend.
Best friend with a vagina.
We was all best friends.
Yeah, they were...
As he smacked her right behind the sheriff's office, Mr. Mayberry head.
While the friend was banging her, he could hear, like, what's that crinkle? As her ass was on the letter he wrote.